You need to start implementing this morning routine into your daily schedule. In this video, I'm going to go over my most effective but simple morning routine, which has helped me massively increase my focus, my dopamine, my mental state, and my ability to sit down and get work done. I'm going to go over a simple but effective morning routine which you can start implementing today, which is going to massively benefit you and help you get started on your business ideas. You need to start implementing this morning routine into your daily schedule. In today's video, I'm going to go over my most simple but effective morning routine which I've been implementing, which you can start implementing today, which is going to massively increase your focus, your discipline, your mental state, and your ability to sit down and get things done and be productive. The first thing which you guys need to be aware of is in the morning. It's the most important part of your day. It's really going to set you up for the rest of your day. It's what's going to be make or break for the entire day here, guys. If you get off to the wrong foot, it's going to relay into the entire rest of your day if you start off badly. However, if you start off good and you start off getting yourself in the right mood, doing those good habits, it's really going to propel you forward and make you more productive for the rest of the day. So the very first thing which you guys need to be aware of in your morning routine is you need to start avoiding instant gratification activities. So these are things like going on social media, scrolling on social media, going on TV, caffeine, breakfast, especially sugary cereal, and things like these instant pleasures, guys. Now the problem with these instant pleasures is that they're instant gratification activities. So what they're going to do is they're going to absolutely spike and saturate your dopamine receptors. Now dopamine is a chemical in your brain which is responsible for feeling pleasure, motivation. It's responsible for your mood as well. So if you're completely spiking and saturating your dopamine receptors with these instant gratification activities, what's going to happen is your baseline levels of dopamine is going to drop. And when you're not consuming these substances or you're doing these activities which are completely spiking your dopamine, then your baseline level, you're going to drop down to below this baseline level and you're going to be at a new low, which is going to be the long term how you feel for the rest of the day. So for example, if you wake up and you start scrolling on your phone or having coffee, it's going to completely saturate your dopamine, and then for the rest of the day you're going to be at this new lower baseline level. And what this is going to do is it's going to mean that you're going to find less pleasure, less enjoyment, and you're going to be less fulfilled, and it's going to be way harder to actually sit down and work on a business. Not to mention it's going to be way less fulfilling and just way less enjoyable for you to do at all. So it's really important that you avoid instant gratification in the morning. Lots of people think that caffeine, having a morning coffee is good. In reality, caffeine sets off more dopamine than what you should naturally be getting, guys. It's unnatural, it's not really healthy, it's going to put you in a bad state of mind for the rest of the day. It's best to just avoid these things, and it's best to start off your day trying to avoid instant gratification activities. It's going to make it 10 times harder for you to sit down and get some work done because you've just saturated your dopamine in the morning. That's going to mean you find less pleasure, less enjoyment, like I said, out of doing stuff like going to the gym or working on a business, which is actually hard things which are going to pay you off in the long run. And it's going to make you more inclined to keep on going down that track for the rest of the day, where you're going to be looking for cheap dopamine, which isn't going to help you and which is going to set you back from your goals. So first thing to do, guys, like I said, you really want to be avoiding instant gratification. It's the worst way you can start your morning. Now moving into my morning routine, which I've been doing, the very first step, which is arguably the most important, as soon as I wake up, you should be going outside and getting some good sunlight in. Now vitamin D is really essential because this is something a lot of people struggle with, especially in the modern day. People are working in office jobs, people are stuck in their cars with transport everywhere, or even gyms. Everything's indoors, guys. So a lot of people aren't getting that necessary vitamin D which they need, which is going to help boost their serotonin levels, which is going to boost their mood, their focus, their mental state, everything, guys. So it's really essential that you get some sunlight in, and it's the best time to do it is in the morning. So what's going to happen here, guys, is if you get sunlight in the morning, it's going to send signals to your brain that you're awake now, that you're going to be more alert and that the day started. So what's going to happen here is that your brain's going to wake up, it's going to switch you on, and the sunlight in is going to boost your serotonin, which is going to massively boost your mood and your mental state. It's going to boost how you feel, and it's also going to boost your dopamine, which is also going to help you. So if you're getting outside and you're doing this, it's the best way to start your morning, gets you in the right mood. It's a delayed gratification activity. It's going to be really good for you to move on with the rest of your day once you've started off your day with this first step, guys, which is to get outside and get some quality sunlight in. One thing to mention, which is an added bonus to this, is that getting sunlight in the morning is going to massively boost your circadian rhythm, which is essential for how you feel and for your success, guys. So as you wake up and you go outside and you get sunlight, like I mentioned before, you're just going to send signals to your brain that you're awake now. So this is going to make you more alert, and it's also going to signal your brain to start creating melatonin, which is a sleep hormone, in about 12 to 14 hours time. And this is only going to pick up as that time increases. So what this means, guys, is that when it's the end of the day, when most people are scrolling on their phone and they're stimulating their brain, which isn't going to make them tired because they're not going to be able to wind down, what's going to happen is if you go outside and you get that morning sunlight in, your brain's going to start to wind down and you're going to start to feel sleepy and more tired because your brain's produced that melatonin release that it needs to get some good quality sleep. So this is going to massively increase the quality of your sleep. It's also going to improve your circadian rhythm, get you into a good rhythm where you're going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. This is crucial for your mood, how you feel, for testosterone, everything, guys. So therefore, by far the most important thing to do when you wake up in the morning, just go outside, get some sunlight. It's got so many benefits and it's really going to help you. And moving on to step number 2, which you could argue is just the same as step number 1, was simultaneously, you can do these two, and that's to drink a litre of water, guys. So 75% of Americans have been proven to be dehydrated in recent years. They're not getting enough water and they're dehydrated their entire lives. So the reason why this is such an issue, guys, is that 75% of your body is made up of water and your brain needs this fuel. So if you're not drinking enough water, your brain's not getting enough fuel power, you're going to be operating and not at your best. It's going to be not at your peak. You're also going to feel drowsy. You're going to get a lot of headaches off the back of that. So I found that when I wake up and I aren't worried about how much water I'm drinking, then I start to get headaches, I start to feel drowsy. It's then harder to sit down and focus because you're in a worse state than you would be if you had drunk a litre of water. Whereas on the other hand, if I wake up, I'd get my litre of water, I go outside, go on a walk for about 15 minutes, get my 15 minutes in of sunlight, and drink a litre of water. This is a really good combination, and it's a really good way to start your day, because this is what's going to set you off. Getting your brain is going to be more focused, it's going to get that fuel power that it needs, which is going to help propel you forward. This is going to massively boost your mood and your focus. Step number 3 in my morning routine, guys, is to take a cold shower as soon as you wake up. Now this one, for me, especially in winter, is the hardest one to implement into your morning routine. It's freezing and it doesn't feel nice. However, the benefits of having a cold shower in the morning for your dopamine and for your productivity are absolutely essential. So having a cold shower has been proven to boost your dopamine by up to 250%. This is something Andrew Huberman's talked about in this podcast. It's going to increase your dopamine, and this is going to be your baseline level of dopamine, guys. So it's not going to be the instant gratification that's going to spike your dopamine receptors for a few minutes. It's going to drastically increase your baseline level of dopamine by 250%. So what this is going to do is it's going to mean you're going to feel more pleasure and more enjoyment out of doing tough tasks like going to the gym or working on your business, and everything else in your life is now going to be way more enjoyable, guys. And the biggest benefit of having a cold shower is that this is going to last for hours and hours into your day. So for example, if you're scrolling on your phone, the pleasure only lasts for a couple seconds and then it just gets more dull and more dull. However, if you're taking a cold shower in the morning, it's tough to do in the moment, but the benefit is it's going to boost your baseline dopamine levels, you're going to feel fantastic, and it's just going to last for hours and hours, guys. So the benefit of this is essential. It puts you into a really good state of mind, it really boosts your dopamine and your mood, and this is really going to help your ability to focus. So I've found that once I've implemented cold showers into my morning routine, my ability to sit down and focus has been drastically improved. Everything's way better, guys. I can focus more, I get more enjoyment out of it, I enjoy my work more as well, so everything's really essential here, guys. The third step in my morning routine, absolutely essential, guys, take cold showers in the morning. This is really going to help you get stuck into your work. Step number 4, really simple, after your shower, just to get changed, do your hair and do your skin and everything like that. So I've found that when I stay in my pajamas or I don't get changed for a long time, it just puts you in a more relaxed, maybe drowsy state, and you're going to be way more likely to do those bad activities which I mentioned at the start of this video, which is going to put you in a bad frame of mind, and it's not going to help you for the rest of the day. It's going to saturate your dopamine, and it's going to put you in a state where you're just going to continue acting like that for the rest of the day and seeking these cheap gratification, happiness activities. Whereas I found on the other way around, if you're getting a shower, you're doing your hair, your skin straight away in the morning, in your morning routine, it's going to make you feel more alert. It's going to make you feel more like you want to keep going, and you're going to ask yourself, how far can I push this now? You're in a fresh pair of clothes, you feel good, you've done your skin, you've done your hair, everything's ready. You feel good and you just feel productive and more alert, guys. So the next step after this is to just get changed. It's going to lead to action taking. It's going to put you out of that drowsy state a lot of people are in the morning, and it's going to make you feel, you're going to feel fresh, you're going to feel good about yourself. It's going to boost your self-perception because you've got changed, you're in a new pair of clothes instead of your pajamas, and it's really going to boost your motivation and your productivity off the back of this, guys. So step number 5, guys, is meditation. This one here is absolutely crucial. So after I've done this, these steps I've mentioned before, I'll meditate for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now the reason why this is so essential for productivity and for working and sitting down and getting work done is because not only is it a delayed gratification activity as well, but meditation is really going to help you actually zone in and focus in on what you're doing right now in the present moment. So because so many people struggle with things like mind wandering, where these random thoughts keep coming into their mind and they're AFK or they just aren't really present in the moment, it's because of instant gratification activities. It's because of your attention spans being shot because you're scrolling on social media or you're going on YouTube the whole time. That's really what's doing that, guys. So meditation is what really brings you back and brings you down into the present moment, and it's just going to make you feel way more zoned in and way more focused. This is something which athletes talk about, where they say they're in the zone. So when they're completely 100% focused in on their training, or what entrepreneurs say about their work, they're just completely zoned in. They don't have these random thoughts. And Link has found that 80% of successful people do some form of meditation. So it really is essential. It's really going to help you. It's going to boost your ability to sit down, focus, zone in. It's going to make you more tunnel visioned, and it's just going to prevent these thoughts from coming into your mind because you're going to be able to focus more. It's way more effective. So I've found that adding meditation to my morning routine has really helped me. It's stopped me from getting that urge to go onto things like social media, and it's really helped me sit down and just zone in and focus on my work. It's also helped my work become more enjoyable, and it's a really essential step in your morning routine. So step number 5, guys, meditation for 5 to 10 minutes. Step number 6, this is going to be the final step in my morning routine, and this is to get started on the number 1 single most important task for the day. Now the reason why this is so important, guys, is because a lot of people get lost in trivial tasks and duties, things like answering emails, things like just doing the laundry, things like washing the dishes, just anything like this, guys. These kind of goals, they could still be business work, like I said, answering emails or things like that, but these kind of activities aren't actually aligned with your goal and with your purpose. So if you're waking up and you're prioritizing these tasks and you're getting them done straight away and getting these tasks out the way, it's not actually going to help you build towards your goals and build towards your purpose and your mission and what you're trying to achieve. It's really essential here, guys, that you're spending the most amount of time and you're prioritizing doing those tasks which are going to pay you back the most in the long run and are going to provide you with the highest return on investment. So these are often going to be the hardest tasks for the day, which is best to get done as soon as you wake up. So for example, for athletes, this would be, if they're sprinters, it would just be waking up and then training sprinting, or tennis players, for example, boxers, whatever, just focusing in on your sport and just getting an hour of that workout done straight up in the morning, getting an hour of training done straight away. It's going to put you in a good mood for the rest of the day. So for entrepreneurs, for me, for example, I'll probably just record a video or practice speaking. So this is the number one task which is going to give me the highest return on investment. It's going to pay me back the most, and it's by far the most important thing I could do if I'm doing a YouTube channel. So that's a good example there, guys, as the number one most important task that you can do. If you're studying, it might be to study for a test or do an assignment, things like that, but you want to make sure you're prioritizing this number one task, which is going to pay you back the most in the long run, and which is going to give you that highest return on investment, because this is what's going to be actually linked into your goals and your mission. You don't want to be wasting your time on tasks which aren't going to pay you back as much, like the ones I mentioned before, and tasks which are trivial and aren't actually aligned with your goals and where you want to get to. So that's something which is really essential, guys. Get started on the number one most important task for the day. So after this, I'll just do this task until completion, and I'll just continue this task, and then after I've got this task done, this is when I'll go and eat something or just do whatever I want. So essentially the idea here, which is really important, this is another key point, is that I don't allow myself to eat until I've completed this number one most important task for the day. Now the reason why I do this is because I found that when I wake up and I have breakfast straight away, it makes you feel more drowsy, it makes you feel less alert, more relaxed. You're more likely to just keep on going on the day with these easy pleasures like waking up and eating without actually earning it. And I found that on the other way around, which is what a lot of people don't do, but a lot of people should do, is you should use having food, having breakfast as a reward, which is something that you need to work towards. So I found that this has instilled in me a hunter's mindset where I have to go out and I have to earn my reward, which is food. Back in the primal days, when we were cavemen, we couldn't just wake up and we couldn't just eat something. So there wasn't food readily available like it is now. So this forced us to go outside, to actually hunt for food, to actually go and gather food and gather resources, and then at the end of the day they would have that reward. Whereas nowadays a lot of people are waking up and rewarding themselves straight away when they haven't actually earned it yet. Puts you in the wrong frame of mind, puts you in the wrong mindset. You want to be waiting to eat until you've actually completed something and you've actually accomplished something, and then using food as a reward, not as something you get straight away off the bat. So I found that this has really helped me, guys. It's really boosted my productivity when I've got something to work towards and I've got that reward that I can look forward to, and it's going to boost me forward in my work. I found that when I've done this, I've become way more productive, way more effective, and it's also improved how I felt when I'm actually working, because I'm more alert and I'm more focused. So after I've done this, guys, I'll probably just go to the gym or just do whatever I've got for the day and go to boxing or something, go and meet up with friends. You can do whatever after this, guys, whatever is in your daily schedule, but it's really essential that you get this morning routine tied in, because like I said, the morning is the most important part of your day. It's going to make or break your day, and you want to be utilizing it properly. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.